Hello, this is Dr. Jeanette Raymond, psychologist, psychotherapist, and relationship expert, going to talk to you today about the special influence a mother has on her daughter, which begins at conception. I meet so many moms who said they wanted a son because of family issues and pressure from in-laws. And so then that starts off them not liking the fact that they have a daughter when they get an ultrasound, and it begins the process of feeling the daughter burdensome and not something joyful. But if, on the other hand, the mother welcomes her daughter from the moment she knows she's having one, then the daughter inside feels welcomed. There are fewer stress hormones in the mother's blood system. She's fed properly, she's anticipated, she's looked forward to, she's welcomed, and that makes the best start for a little girl in the world. And also, a mother has a huge influence on her daughter's body image as she grows up. So many moms I meet, including mine, would mention I'm too fat, or I'm too this, or I'm too that, and that they wanted me to be like them. My mother dressed me in the same clothes that she had. I was an accoutrement of her, not a separate person. And that was very bad for my body image, and for so many other women too. I meet moms who want their daughters to have their nose, or not to have their in-laws' hair, or not to have freckles, or to be taller than them, or less short, or have bigger breasts, or whatever it might be. And they give a message to the daughter as she's growing up that she's not okay. But where a mom just accepts her daughter's body and all the features that go with it, including pug noses, freckles, ginger hair, bow legs, beautiful bellies, whatever they may be, then the daughter gets an image that her body is her own. It's something that she gets to decide how to be with, and she gets a certain comfort from it and with it, because that's the way her mother is expressing it. And when you teach a daughter to be okay with her body, you do her the enormous favor of always thinking healthily about herself. She doesn't need to go on diets, doesn't need to develop eating disorders, have tattoos just to make a point, and do all sorts of other self-harming things to her body to express her distaste that she got originally from the way that her mother spoke. Now, mothers also have a particular influence on modeling for their daughter the very important thing that I call emotional intimacy. So when the daughter grows up and has a romantic partner later in life, the goal is to have a healthy emotional intimacy where you share and receive your most private and innermost thoughts and feelings, which is enabling you to get close. Now, some of my clients tell me that their mothers were very intrusive when they were growing up. They would dump their stuff on their daughters who couldn't cope with it, and they wouldn't allow their daughters to express their feelings. So the mothers wanted to get rid of theirs, but they didn't want to take on their daughters. So their daughters got the message that their feelings were bad, ugly, they had to deal with it themselves. And later on in life, they had great difficulty developing equal, harmonious, intimate, healthy relationships later on, and had to come for years of therapy. Another way that mothers are really important is to teach about the style of relating to a romantic partner and whether it should be equal or not. So many couples that come to me for couples counseling get hung up on whether the relationship should be equal or not. Many women I've treated tell me that they grew up thinking that the partner, whatever gender the partner is, has to be the boss, and they don't get to say anything. They just have to do as they're told, because there's a fear of abandonment, a fear of being alone, a fear of not being taken care of. And those daughters are the ones who grow up with abandonment and trust issues, and not having a sense that they can speak up. They're more likely to encourage emotional, physical, and sexual abuse because they feel like they just need to be taken care of and it doesn't matter how. And the style of relating to is important. If a daughter grows up to see that her mother's kind of the boss around the house and tells her partner what to do, how much to spend, what the rules are, how they're going to live their lives, and the daughter grows up thinking she's going to be a boss too. And many women I've met who say, why can't I find a partner? It's because they're a bit bossy, because that's what their moms have taught them, that you have to hold the reins, you have to tell the guy or the woman, whoever your partner is, what to do, or else it won't work, and you've got to just keep them under your thumb. So that's a losing battle. And the other way too, if you're completely under the thumb of your partner, that's not good for your daughter. But if as a mom you encourage in your own relationship with your own romantic partner a healthy equality where you speak your piece, you do your share, your partner does his or her share, that there's an equality of how things are run about the house, how's the money spent, the co-parenting, the sharing of burdens, of life moments, of milestones in the family, then the daughter will grow up expecting that, and she will have a much better chance of finding a partner who will also indulge in equal relationships and make her feel good about that. And lastly, I want to talk to you about the mother's crucial role in helping her daughter deal with stress and codependency. If, when an infant is stressed, the mom sticks food in their mouth or something oral in the mouth, the daughter will grow up to use food to numb herself when she's under stress. Or she might develop an eating disorder. She might become obsessive compulsive. Because the thing is, you stuff something in the mouth. You don't listen, you don't talk. A good mom who sees her infant daughter in distress will hold her and look at her and rock her and talk to her, so that it's the feel of the body and the tone of the voice and the eye contact which calms all the overheated neurological circuits in the brain and teaches the daughter that this is the way to do it when you grow up. You do it by being close with someone, feeling their voice, talking about things, letting things regulate naturally, not by forcing it, by getting busy, shutting down, sticking food in your mouth, or later on alcohol and other drugs. So that's a very, very important thing that mothers do right from the beginning when their infant daughters are stressed. And in the relation to codependency, many moms kind of are unfulfilled in their relationship with their partner. And they don't do it consciously, but they kind of co-opt their daughters to fill that hole. And the daughters have to take care of their moms. And I see them later in life when they can't live their own lives. They're too guilty to move out of the house. They have to call their mother 20 times a day. They have to take care of her. They have to send her money. They can't get married. They can't have their own children. They can't have their own jobs far away. They cannot live their own lives. And I've seen so many women racked with guilt and terror and fear about not being good girls if they don't take care of their mothers. And this is called codependency. When the woman I see is codependent on her mother to feel good, and the mother is codependent on the daughter to have her needs taken care of. It's a vicious cycle. It's very, very difficult to get out of unless you come into therapy and are absolutely determined to work. But it's very hard to break off. But so anyway, if you're a mom or you're about to be a mom, I urge you to listen to these pleas of how to be a good mom and influence your daughter in the best ways possible. And then you too will be instrumental in passing on to her good mom skills, and she in turn will pass them on to her daughter. What a gift. I hope you enjoyed that. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you think, and I'll be with you soon again. Bye for now.